Okay, so I'm just going to tell you a real brief little bit about, so now, as of the second day of Pesach, we started counting the Omer. So I'm going to give you a little explanation on the Omer. In ancient times, the Omer accentuated the agricultural aspect of the festival because it was accompanied by the bringing of a measure, which is what the Omer is. The Omer is a measure of the first barley harvest. In an agricultural economy, the meaning of this observance was obvious. It was one of the rituals that served to show gratefulness to God for his bounty. Only after the people had shown its gratitude by bringing the Omer to the temple in Jerusalem was the individual allowed to enjoy eating of the produce of the new harvest. On this, you count the Omer at sundown or just after sundown. You begin the new day, right? And you count that day. And the biblical passage prescribing the commandment is in Leviticus. And basically, Asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu al tzvirat ha'omer. So Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, Asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu al tzvirat ha'omer is the blessing. And then the Omer is counted. So in other words, we declare what day of the Omer it is, starting with 1 the first night and continuing until the number 49 is reached on the night before Shavuot. The counting is done by days and weeks. For instance, on the 19th day, we say, today is the 19th day, which is 2 weeks and 5 days of the Omer. So it's very, very specific. After the destruction of the temple, new meanings were sought which could keep this practice relevant. So one obvious meaning suggested itself. The counting of the Omer could serve as a vehicle for the expression of our yearning for the restoration of Zion and rebuilding of the Holy Land. Today we translate this, strengthening our resolve to reclaim the soil of the Holy Land, to work for the rebuilding of Zion as a homeland. Okay, fine. Another inspiring meaning is suggested in a midrash. It is asked why the festival of Shavuot, unlike any other festival, depends on the counting of the days preceding it. Right? We don't do that anywhere else. It is a very specific formula, right? 50 days from the second day of Pesach till Shavuot. In answer, it is suggested that when the children of Israel received the glad tidings of their liberation from Egypt, they were also told that 50 days thereafter, they would receive the Torah. This news was so thrilling that they started counting the days. This counting then became a prescribed practice for all subsequent generations. Today, we can say that the counting of the Omer is a bridge connecting Pesach and Shavuot, indicating that we want not only freedom from bondage, but also freedom for a purpose, i.e. to receive the moral law at Mount Sinai and to practice it. The receiving of the Torah was the purpose and goal of the Exodus from Egypt. Okay, so here's what I was saying earlier. The counting of the Omer should always take place after sundown. This is to me very interesting, and I've heard this before. If the Mariv service was recited before sundown, one should count the Omer without the bracha and repeat the counting with the bracha after sundown. So, because you're only allowed to count once.
And the day starts after sunset, the Jewish day.
Exactly.
Okay.
So the custom in such cases is to announce at the service that the people present should count the Omer again later in the evening. So basically what happens is you're in the service and you get to that part and the rabbi says, okay, I'm going to announce this is what the day will be once sundown happens, and you go home and then you say the bracha to do it. So he's kind of giving you a preview and giving you a homework assignment.
While you're drinking, is today day 9 or day 8?
Today is day 8.
Okay.
Thank you, Edith.
Well, did I say that right? No, today is date 9. Last night was 1 week and 1 day. So this is 9, right? 1 week is 7, right?
So doesn't that make today 8 still?
Wait a minute, I don't.
So today, during the
Go
day,
ahead.
it's still day 8. Tonight will be 9.
I
Got
think that's right.
Well, yeah, I mean tonight. I'm talking about tonight.
Oh, I think we're talking about still we are in the day of 8. We will begin 9 at sundown, after
So
sundown.
next time
We
we said,
start
yeah.
counting at the first Seder after sunset.
No, you start counting at the.
I'm sorry, after the second Seder. We started counting at my second Seder. That's right. It was Thursday. I'm sorry, my brain.
That's right.
It was a long time and many glasses of wine ago.
Oh my goodness.
Okay. Even my
So this is,
they share, he never drinks. I mean, sorry. I digress.
so this is interesting. The Omer is counted immediately before Aleinu, except on Saturday nights or at the end of a festival, when it is recited before Havdalah.
Huh.
Although the Omer should logically follow Havdalah, since it is a weekday activity, we reverse the order to show our desire to lengthen the Shabbat. And on Saturday night and the night of the conclusion of the festival, we rely on Havdalah that was already recited in the Amidah. It's a little confusing if you ask me, but all right. And we will save talking about Shavuot until we get there, which will be pretty much as we conclude our studies.
In June.
Yeah, I mean, that's technically when this class ends. It's up to us how far we want to go. So anyway, okay.
Oh, excuse me, who else is missing from the class today?
Lots of ladies.
That's what I thought. Okay.
So we're missing
Geraldine.
Yeah.
Geraldine, Marjorie, Lenore is on a trip.
I knew-
And Lorraine.
Okay.
Lorraine is missing, yeah, so.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Should we practice Ashrei, our ever faithful, or should we do something slightly different and new?
No.
Don't all yell at once.
That's right. Well, what were the other ones that people want to practice? So
Well,
that's
so I was going to introduce the brachot for before and after the Haftorah, if you like.
good. I just started studying, and that's a total new animal for those people who've never
All right,
done.
well,
Before and after the Haftorah, okay.
so let's do that, and then we'll come back to, then we'll, of course, do Ashrei. All right, so if you have Lev Shalem, it will be on page 175, the bracha before the Haftorah. Let's see where it is. Do people need a different page in a different book?
I have it. I mean, I know where.
I have a special sheet because I started.
Okay, so you have it in front of you. Okay, Audrey, you okay? You finding it? Okay.
Yeah.
And Edith, I know you have several books, but you finding it? Perfect. Okay, very good. Okay. Sorry, I have a dry throat.
So do I. It's called Matzah Pieces Coming Back to Haunt Us.
So page 175 is the page with the really neat side note, at least as far as I'm concerned. I really
All
like
right.
it.
What would you like to share that with us? What part do you
No,
think?
you already shared it with us, and that's when I learned about it. So it talks
What-
about the Hebrew Bible is composed of 3 divisions in descending order of revelation. The 5 books
Okay.
of Moses, known as the Torah. You know, that is something that I think kids in the right school would have learned by the age of 8 or something, but I never learned it. So
Well, we as women or unaffiliated women never learned that. So we're lucky we have Rachel.
Well, and this book is just marvelous. The amount that they crammed into this book by doing these side notes and,
Yeah, it's truly a miracle. The book is truly a miracle.
it's a fabulous book. Okay, all right, so at the top of the page, I'm sorry, what did I do with my other?
Would it be helpful for me to take out my Lab Shalom instead of just the prayer?
Doesn't matter. It doesn't, it's just the beginning of the bracha. It doesn't matter. I'm going to read you the bracha, then I'm going to ask you guys to read it to me. Okay, everybody good with that?
Mhm.
Okay, it starts out, Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bachar bin vi'im tovim, baratzah vid vrehem hane'emarim be'emet. Baruch atah Adonai habocher batorah uv'Moshe avdo uv'Yisrael amo uvin v'yeh ha'emet v'tzedek. And that's the whole prayer. And you usually hear it chanted, right?
Yes.
Let's see if I can remember the tune. I'm having.
Before you do, Rachel, can I share something that was very helpful as a recent student of this?
Yes. Where's my book?
This has the same trope marks, obviously, as Torah trope.
Correct.
I guess students learn traditionally Haftarah first, or at least that's in the order of the Bat Mitzvah class that I have, but I happen to learn Torah first. The Haftarah trope are in a different key. They're minor and they're sad, they're melancholy, as opposed to the Torah trope, which is in a major key, which has been described as sun as positive or happy or cheerful or upbeat. So knowing that there's the distinction that the marks are the same, the trope and the cantillation are identical, but the pronunciation is different will be helpful, because the Haftarah is actually chanted after the Torah in the service. But I learned the Torah first, and the kids usually learn it first. So just know when you hear Rachel's voice that the prayer preceding the Haftarah is in the same trope and the same tune as the Haftarah.
That's very, very well done. Thank you so much. So I learned the Haftarah trope first.
That's what they do in the school, right?
Well, because I wasn't permitted to learn the Torah trope.
Well, that's an even sadder but better reason. That's why it did. But I kept saying I happened to learn Torah on my own first, because that's what they wanted. They wanted Torah readers. So knowing that, I think, is helpful for new students to this.
Agree. Yeah. And I didn't learn Torah trope until prior to my daughter's bat mitzvah, when I took a class at my synagogue and learned it so I could read at her bat mitzvah. Yeah, exactly. All right. So here, I'm going to share my screen actually. Share my screen. Here we go. Okay. So here is someone chanting it for us. Sounds very much like how I was taught.
Wonderful.
Atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar b'neviim tovim ratzah v'divreihem hane'emarim be'emet.
He waits a long time here.
Baruch atah Adonai habocher batorah u'Moshe avdo uveYisrael amo uvin v'yeh ha'emet v'tzedek.
All right, so is that the tune you all are being taught?
That's a tune that I've been taught, and that's a tune that's chanted in our shul.
And that's the tune that I was taught and is chanted in my shul. Exactly. Okay, so I will show you. Stop that. Here. So this is what I'll show you. This is Brian Shamash, which we've listened to him in other prayers. He does a beautiful job. And he uses this method that I noticed when my son was practicing when he was at summer camp. They didn't use this at our shul, but his summer camp tutor did, highlighting in different colors that go with the trope phraseology, which is a great methodology. At any rate,
Just to let you know, Rabbi Sella is using that in the adult Torah trope
yeah,
class.
it really makes a lot of sense. It really makes it easier for your mind, I think, to quickly grasp what it is you're about to sing, and it just speeds up your learning.
Is
Um,
there any way to get a key to that or learn that? I mean, I probably won't do it, but I'm curious, is there any way to learn that on one's own?
Absolutely. Oh, there's a zillion things online. You can learn it on your own. Absolutely. So for instance, so neither of these has the trope markings on it.
Yeah, I just looked up and I saw there was no trope on them,
Yeah,
right?
there's no trope here. So that's maybe why he uses the
Color
color
instead.
coding instead of the trope markings, right? So this blue, for instance, represents a trope phrase, and this orange represents a different trope phrase. So here.
Commonly word symbols that go
Yeah,
to
combination, a trope combination that goes together. So here, I'll quickly. Well, let's just, so I know there's a whole bunch that have the trope marked on it. I just have to, oh, here, this one does. So you're gonna have to put up with this commercial, sorry.
Oh, women conductors and women pianists, I can live with that.
I think this is totally AI. This is not real, anyway. Okay. Okay,
They're
so
the
you
trope.
see- so
They're
here's
the
the trope.
tropes.
Audrey, you see, so see the green markings? These are trope markings. And so Baruch atah Adonai, let's go back real quick. Oh, that's not going to be the one that has the, right, this one doesn't have it. Never mind, that's not going to help us. But so the trope markings, as I've pointed out before, Mercha Tibcha et Nachta, Sof Pasuk. I'm trying to remember them, you know, I just off the top of my head, I don't really, and I don't have my trope thing in front of me.
Ma, Pashta, Katan,
Yeah.
Luna,
So-
Katan.
Yeah, Katon, exactly. So they're musical notes, and I don't know who came up with them, and they're placed either above or below, and they're placed at certain points that tell you, sometimes they tell you where your emphasis is going to go, although I don't think that's always the case. At any rate, okay, so let's
Okay.
go back.
And-
Question?
Yeah, two quick, oh, I'm sorry. Was someone else asking?
No, go ahead.
Okay, so when you're reading the Torah, there are no trope markings, is that correct?
That's correct.
Scroll, correct.
Okay.
And there's no vowels either.
Right.
Yeah, that's scary. And in Etz Chaim, are there trope marks for the Haftarah?
There should be.
In the Eitz Chaim?
Yeah,
Golly, I think so. But
okay, I can look it up.
No, there is, and the answer is, that's why when children in adult B'nai Mitzvah chant the Haftarah, it's so much longer because you have everything in front of you. You're not committing to memory the trope symbols and the vowels. So my guess is yes, because that's where people are reading from.
Okay, and the last question is, if you had a choice, which would be better to learn first, Torah trope or Haftarah trope? Or does it not matter?
I don't think it matters at all.
Okay,
So, I mean, an easy starting place might be via Hafta. So, in other words, what follows the Shema, because if you look in your Siddur, the trope markings are printed with the via Hafta.
okay,
And so there are many websites online for trope training. As I say, there's many. So if you familiarize yourself with something that you're used to. And then from there, and so the trope for the Viahafta is Torah trope. Pretty sure, not Haftorah trope.
Okay.
So,
Thank
okay,
you. That's it. Thank you.
sure. All right, so let's go to, well, okay, so I'm gonna, Edith, will you like to read a little bit? Will you read the first line to the comma of the bracha before the Haftorah?
I will try.
It'll be easy.
Beginning with,
It'll-
beginning with Baruch.
Yeah,
Is that,
it's-
yeah, okay.
yeah,
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech ha'olam.
all right, keep going. Why not? Yeah.
Well, where am I gonna stop?
Stop at the end of this line right here.
Okay. Asher bacha bin im
Mm-hmm.
tovim.
Perfect. Okay. Marlene, will you continue to the period? Yo, you're muted. We can't hear you at all.
Viratsa b'divreihem. Oh, to the period. I'm sorry.
Yeah, to the period.
I couldn't see it. The arrow was there next to it. Hane amarim, the emet,
Be'emet, yes.
emet.
Thank you. Susan, will you, I lost you. There you are. Susan, will you continue?
Baruch atah Adonai habocher batorah uv Moshe avdo.
Okay, you can stop right there. That's perfect. Thank you. Marcia, is it quiet? Can you continue? Oops, you're muted. I think she's busy. Okay, you have to unmute though. Okay, Audrey, you want to unmute? I'm reading her lips.
I think it's better without glasses. Uvis, Rael, Amo, Uvin, the air, A,
In VVA, exactly.
Emet, Ratzadah.
That's Tzedek.
Oh, wait, sorry, yes. Ratzedek.
Perfect. Good. Okay. So I'll read it back to you one more time. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar bin vi'im tovim v'ratza v'divreihem hane'emarin be'emet. Baruch atah Adonai habocher batorah uv'Moshe avdo uv'Yisrael amo uv'inviei ha'emet v'tzedek. Okay. Now we're going to
Yes.
go to the after.
I'm on now.
Oh, okay, great. I'll call on you next.
Okay.
You're my up next. Okay, so the brachot after are longer, sung to the same, trope, but all right, so I'm gonna stop sharing this one. We'll end up getting to this one. All right, Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, sor kol haolamim, tzadik b'chol hadorot. Ha'el ha'ne'eman ha'omer ve'oseh hamdaber u'mekayem shekol devarav emet v'tzedek ne'eman atah hu Adonai Eloheinu v'ne'emanim divarecha v'davar echad midvarecha achor lo yashuv rekam ki el melech ne'eman Barachaman ata And it continues, Baruch atah Adonai ha'el ha'ne'eman b'chol divrarav. And it keeps going. Rachem al Tzion ki hi vet chayenu la'aluvat nefesh toshia bimhera v'yamenu. Baruch atah Adonai misameach Tzion bevanecha samchenu Adonai Eloheinu be'eliyahu hanavi avdecha uv malchut beit David mishichecha bimhera yavo v'yagel libenu al kiso lo yeshev zar v'lo yinchalu od acherim et kavodo ki b'shem kadshecha nishbata lo shelo yichbe neiro leolam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Magen David. And it keeps going. Al haTorah v'al ha'avodah v'al hanvi'im v'al yom haShabbat hazeh shenatata lanu Adonai Eloheinu likdusha v'limnucha lichavod ultifaret. Al kol Adonai Eloheinu anachnu modim lach umvarchim otach yitbarach shimcha pefi kol chai tamid leolam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh hashabbat. Okay,
6 of them, 1 before and 6 after.
yeah.
Who knew? Who knew?
I think I seem to recall kids who didn't practice all the way to the end tend to start showing that when they get to this bracha. They really start tripping over words. And in my shul, the congregation knows it, so they help them out. They chant it with them. All right, so we'll listen to it chanted.
Yeah.
Sorry. Try again.
After the Haftarah. This is the end.
Oh. I hate
Of
this.
my Haftarah.
Funny, very funny.
Eloheinu melech haolam, tzur kol ha'olamim, tzadik b'chol hadorot, ha'el ha'ne'eman ha'omer v'oseh, ha'medaber u'mekayem, shekol devarav be'emet u'tzedek. Ne'eman atahu Adonai Eloheinu. נאמני דבריך, ודבר אחד מדבריך, החול לא ישוב ריקה. כי אין מלך נאמן, רחמן אתה, ברוך אתה אדוני.
I just want to point out to you, he does on here some things that I would do when I was studying certain Torah verses I was assigned, and I wouldn't have very long to do them, and I practiced them. I would do things like this. I would put an up arrow. I would put dashes to remember to go down 3 times. Just little indicators to myself on my practice sheet. So
האל הנאמן בכל דבריו, רחם על ציון, כי היא בית חיינו, ולנו בת נפש תושיע, במהרה בימינו. ברוך אתה אדוני, משמח ציון בבניה. שמחנו אדוני אלוהינו, באליהו הנביא עבדך.
okay, so he skipped Rachem al Tzion ki hivet, right? I forgot. I didn't realize. Did he not? Did I miss that? Oh, no, he didn't. That
Oh, you did, 'cause I just turned the page. I was following him in my other sheets. No, he didn't skip anything.
Okay, I'm sorry. My eyes skipped it. Okay, sorry. I'm gonna go back a teeny bit. I just wanna,
Oh, okay.
oh, he didn't skip it. You're right. There it is. Rachem. Okay, my eyes skipped it. Okay, so here we are at Samchenu.
עמכנו אדוני אלוהינו, ואליהו הנביא עבדך, ובמלכות בית דוד משיחך, במהרה יבוא ויגל ליבנו, על כיסאו לא ישב זר, ולא ינחלו עוד אחרים את כבודו. כי בשם קודשך נשבעת לו, שלא יכבה נרו לעולם ועד. ברוך אתה אדוני, מגן דוד.
So do you notice? It sounds to me like he's chanting in the sanctuary that's empty.
Yeah, the echo.
Yeah, yeah, which brings me back to when I used to practice as a kid, and you'd go in and you'd stand there and you practice and you'd have this emptiness sound, but his voice is beautiful and it's, he's filling up the room, which was the point of the practice. Okay, we'll keep going with Al HaTorah.
על התורה ועל העבודה ועל הנביא ועל יום השבת הזה שנתת לנו אדוני אלוהינו לקדושה ולמנוחה לכבוד ולתפארת על הכל אדוני אנחנו מודים לך ומברכים אותך, יתברך שמך בפי כוחי, תמיד לעולם ועד. ברוך אתה אדוני, מקדש השבת.
And our rabbi would say, smile.
Really, at the end, he would say smile. Very nice. Okay, I'm going to stop sharing. Nobody, everyone has a book of this. You don't need to see this on
I
screen,
don't
right?
have my book.
Yeah, you are?
Do not.
Oh, you don't have your book. Oh, I'm
No.
sorry. Let me go
And it
back.
was hard to read the words that were under the dark red.
Sure. Let me see.
It's okay. It's
I
all right.
can, you know what? I can find you. Haftorah guy, blessings after Haftorah guy here. Let's
This
try.
changes everything we know about
Give
what
me a
really
second.
causes
Here we go.
Oh, that's
Tony.
disgusting.
crumbling.
Oh, lovely,
Don't-
lovely.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And today we're going to learn the blessings after the Haftorah.
Just show me the, here we go.
Ata Adonai.
Shush. Okay, can you read this one? Oh, his thing is in
Yeah,
the way.
Pretty much.
Oh
It's
my
small.
golly. I'm sorry.
Well, if we follow along with him, oh no, we're not going to follow along. We're just
Right, you're not gonna follow along with him, so I'll go back. Here we go.
The blessings after
Okay. If I back up a teeny bit, we're gonna move his thing out of the way. Here we go. All right, is that okay, Marcia? You can see that?
Yeah, I can read it.
Okay, good. Go ahead.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, zur kol ha'olamim, Sadiq Bakal Hadorot. Is that right? Hadorot.
Hadorot, very good.
Yeah. Ha'el. That little hand is in the way. Hane'eman.
Perfect.
Ha'omer.
Mhm.
V'oseh. V'oseh.
Oseh.
Oseh. Oh yeah, 3 dots. Hamdeber.
Hamdaber.
And 2 dots and the ah run together on this. Hamdeber.
Daber. Da. There's the ah under the dalid. There's a
Da-
straight line.
Daber.
Yeah.
Okay. Ka or K. Ka yam.
Mkayem. Okay, you can
I-
stop because I know you're gonna have trouble
Okay,
reading.
the
the
red's
red
hard to read.
Yeah, okay. Everyone else have it in a book? Yes?
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Okay. Susan, will you continue? I have to find it in my book. Where we are. Where are we? Oh, I'm on the wrong- okay.
When you find it, let me know.
Uh-huh,
line it is.
Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, so we're, it's the third line.
And the red word at the end, the red word
Yeah,
at the.
but in your book, if you're in the red book,
Third line, starting from not the title, but the real line, right?
right,
One,
so
two, three, okay.
there's three, and the second word in, shekol devarav. Okay,
Got it.
that's where
Thanks.
okay. Audrey, you want to read?
Yeah. So am I starting with Shakol?
Yes.
Okay. Shakol, Devara, Emet, Va'edek,
Tzedek.
Va'tzedek,
Yeah.
Va'tzedek, Ne'eman, Ata, Hu, Adonai, Eloheinu.
Mhm.
The Ne'eman Nam,
Neem. Neem.
Devarecha,
Mhm.
Bedavar, Hadad,
Echad.
Echad. Oh my God. Need, Barecha, Ha'or, Lo.
Achur.
Achur.
Lo.
Okay.
You see it?
Yep. No, that's a core and not hor. Like it sounds like it's not 3 dots to me. It's like 1 dot. See what I'm saying?
So the word achor, aleph, chet, vav, resh, achor.
Right.
Okay.
Right, but so the vav is a vowel here.
Right.
But it's not a 3 dot vowel, it's a 1 dot vowel up at the top, right?
Correct. That's how you, so it's an O sound, but you put the chet with the O and the resh and you get.
No, I know, but in English, I would say OR, not OOR. It's or. That's my question.
Achor. I'm not understanding the difference.
It's
I
okay.
think she wants to know how much of an or.
That's okay. I know what Rachel, yeah, no, thank you, Marcia, because you got it, but I know what Rachel's doing and that's fine. Because it's probably how it's pronounced when
I
you do
say
it.
floor and or the same.
Okay,
Thank you. Me too.
So much better now.
yeah, that helps. Thank you.
Okay. Achor lo. Okay. So thank you, Audrey. You did great. Susan, will you continue?
Yes. Yashuv,
Mhm.
Ray, Kam, He, El, Melech, Ne'eman, V'rachman, Ata, Baruch Ata Adonai, Ha'el, Ha'ne'eman, B'chol Devarav.
Lovely, beautiful. Do you want to continue or you want me to call on
I
someone
can
else?
go on.
Yes, thank you.
Rachem al.
Where'd you go? We lost
Oh,
you. Oh,
I did.
there you are. Okay, you're fine. Rachem al Tzion, yes. I think you're freezing. I think the
I think
problem.
she's freezing too. I mean,
Yeah.
I saw the top of her head and no sound, unless it's.
Yeah, and now we've got nothing. Okay, so she's frozen. Marlene, will you continue?
Sure. Rachem al Sion ki beit hayenu.
Go slow.
What?
Just go slow. You're fine. You're just tongue twisting yourself to go syllable by syllable.
Valaoluvat.
There you got it.
Nefesh Toshiach Bimhera Biyaminu.
It's a vet, not a bet. So it's
I keep inverting my bets and vets.
So v'yameinu.
Biyaminu Baruch Ata Adonai Mishameach Zion Bivanecha.
Except the only problem is it's a misameach. It's a sin.
Oh, I gotta circle the
Yeah,
misameach.
Zion.
Misameach Zion. Okay, I have to circle the sim instead of the shim. Thank you.
Beautiful. Okay, Edith, do you want to continue?
All right. Let's see. Sham.
It's actually it's a sin. It's samchenu.
My goodness, when am I ever gonna see that dot? Okay. Sam Henu Adonai Eloheinu Ba'elo Yahu
Eliyahu.
Be'eliyahu. Hanavi Avdeka
Mm-hmm.
Umalkut Beit David Mshikeka.
Yeah, it's mushichecha, but yes, very good.
Oh, okay. That's me doing sounds in English.
It's okay. You were so close. Everyone would have understood.
Beam Hera Bo.
Yavo.
Yavo. I didn't even see that. Sorry. Vagel.
V'yagel. That's the yud with the a again.
Huh? Baya. Oh, I thought I did that. I thought I did see that one. Okay. Libenu.
Mm-hmm.
Biso.
That's a kiso. It's not a bet.
So low.
Yes.
Okay. Yeshev. Zar.
Mm-hmm.
Below. Yinkalu. Od. Kerim. Et. Bibodo.
Pivodo.
Say that again.
Pivodo.
Bibodo. I'm reversing the key and the good gracious. Kivodo. Key. Okay. Bashem. Wait a minute, the letters are moving, hold up. Oh, wait a minute. Kachaka.
I lost my place, but okay, I'm trying to find
Okay.
you.
It's the last word on the fourth line.
Thank
Kachaka.
you.
The next line from the bottom of that
V'shem
verse.
Katshacha, yes. V'shem
Katshacha,
Katshacha.
okay.
Mhm.
Okay. Nish va ta
Mhm.
lo cello.
Yeah, that's a sh.
So you see the two together. So in this word yichbeh, you see the first letter is a chaf and the second letter is a bet.
Yeah, that's what I was trying, that's what
Yeah,
I'm struggling with. Okay.
Beh.
Yikbe Nero.
Mhm.
Okay. Lo olam bayed.
Yes.
Oh, Baruch atah Adonai, my gain David.
Yes, lovely. Okay. Why don't we'll save that last part for another time. I know it's 10 o'clock. So yes, that's a new one for us. Very nice. Thank you very
Yeah,
much.
that was good.
Good.
Thank you, Rachel.
I haven't had you guys read to me in a long time, so I really have been remiss about that because we were in our deep dive into Pesach. So
Just goes to show there's always something new to learn.
there's so much to learn. Okay, same time next week, right? We have no interference, so I'll be here if you'll be here.